If you want Scottish stories, the most important Scottish stories, I think, that have been collected, the old folk stories. It's from the gypsies, yeah, and sometimes we call the gypsies travellers, tinkers, because they're probably from different tribes, different groups of people. There's all a whole rich and complicated mythology. Where are they from? Some people say travellers, travelling people, they're from India, others Egypt. Others say, well, they're probably from both. Maybe it doesn't matter for me who's not a traveller, yeah. But there's all kinds of stories from them, yeah. And it seems funny enough, these are the very people that have managed to preserve all the old Celtic stories, all the old myths, all the old genres, yeah. Centuries and centuries old, yeah. And we lost a lot of these stories because they were nomadic people and they didn't like outsiders. Most of them. They didn't like academics, professors coming and saying, we want to hear your stories and record it. They're very suspicious. They say, well, why do you want to hear our stories? Yeah? What are you going to do with our beautiful stories? Maybe you'll contaminate them. Maybe you're on the make. You just want to make money from us. And they're very suspicious. So some of them, it took a lot of difficulty to persuade them to open up and say, you can come here with a tape recorder and tape our stories. Like Duncan Williamson, Bess, it's just a few of them, yeah. But, I think it's Jess Smith, some of the most famous, but I could go on and on. So many brilliant storytellers in Scotland. Many of them have died, and the whole culture's practically been wiped out in Scotland. Yeah. So it's one of the richest cultures. Thank God some folklorists and academics did record them. Otherwise, if they said, oh, just let the gypsies keep it to themselves, it's possible it could just die out. Yeah. This culture's been under attack for centuries, yeah. And even now in Scotland, they're discriminated against. And, it's all over Europe, things haven't changed. Even before I came here, I started to say, hey, what are you going to talk about at this bookshop? Oh, Cıganki, gypsies. And then straight away my wife said, oh, I lived with gypsies. I know them very well. They stole from us. They're thieves. And, well, there's some truth. There's some tribes, people who did steal, right? But, it's a sport. It was a sport, yeah. And in Ireland and Scotland, cattle raiding, there's stealing. It's normal to steal cattle, cows. The more cattle you stole, the bigger the man you were, yeah, yeah. So stealing, even the American Indians, yeah. Stealing wasn't such a bad thing. There was just rules to the stealing. It's who you stole from, how you stole, and what. If you just stole one cow, it's pathetic. Yeah, you're not a real man. But if you stole lots of cows, a whole herd, you're a real soldier, a real warrior. Yeah, it's the way of the warrior, training for them. But I'll just get to the story. The story in Scotland, we have a dark history. We've just got to say, not everything in Scotland's so beautiful, so nice. Yeah, we keep. In Scotland, there was an order by King James I of England, yeah, and 6th of Scotland, I think. He became the king, and he was a tyrant. Yeah, he was responsible for burning many witches in Scotland and England, and he hated beggars, he hated the homeless, he hated poor people. Said, what are these poor people doing in the forest? Yeah, kick them out the forest, drive them away. Person begging in the street, just arrest him, cut off his ear. Yeah, next time you find him begging in Edinburgh, we'll hang and execute him. Yeah, that was the way. He didn't like gypsies, and he issued an order, 1609. He issued this order that and said, right, any gypsy that's found in Scotland or England, we arrest him and put him to death. Yeah, they're dead. We're going to wipe them out. Yeah, that evil people, they steal an abomination for God. You know, we're getting rid of people who are made by the devil. Yeah, and this is a holy war for him, a religious war. Yeah. And that's what happened. That was happening all over Scotland and England. The people, some sheriff officers, the policemen would just stop a gypsy, said, you're a dog, you're scum. We don't need you. We're going to hang you. The world will be a better place without you. Yes? That was the mentality, yeah? It's like, just killing a cockroach. That's how they looked on the gypsies. Thank God, not everybody in Scotland thought that way. Yeah, there's always good people somewhere. Yeah, in the worst places. Yeah, So, but once a poor young man, yeah, he's a tinker. That's what they called them, or gypsy. In this case, Egyptian. A lot of them were called the Egyptians. That's the name. Said, we found this Egyptian or gypsy, and he said, right. We've got an order from the king. We're going to hang you. Yeah, you're insult to God. We've got somewhere in the Bible says that we have the right to kill you. And they could quote even the Bible backwards to justify his death. So they got him up on a tree and they were just about to hang him. But then there's a good lawyer who was going by, a rich nobleman. He saw this. It was called Sir William Sinclair. And Sinclair, he's a kind-hearted man, a nice guy, and he saw this man about to be hanged and said, that's wrong, that's not right, you can't do that. And so he thought, I'll do something, I'll intervene. So he went up to this guy and said, why are you hanging this young man? He said, well, he's a gypsy, yeah, and Scotland would be a better place without him, yeah, he's an insult to God, yeah. I said, well, you're wrong. He's not a gypsy. Where did you get that? He works for me. He works in my stables, yeah. And the guy went, the hangman went, wait, I'm sorry, your sire, because nobility, you've got, you have to be modest to him. And said, oh, we didn't know that. Oh, sorry, we're very sorry, yeah. He became like a mouse, If we knew it was your servant, we wouldn't dare kill him. It's just the rings on his, bracelets he's carrying. He looks a bit like a gypsy. No, it's rubbish. He's my servant. How dare you hang one of my servants? Shame on you. Yeah, so I'm very sorry. It won't happen again. And I said, yes, I hope it doesn't happen again. For your sake, yeah. Yeah. Come on, I've got a lot of work for you to do. You've got to go to the horses, the stables, to look after the horses. So he took him away. But he showed him, look, I just made up that story, of course, but your life's in danger. Your whole family's in danger. They're going to hang all of you. They'll kill all of you. Unless you can camp in my grounds. They can't touch you. It's my land. Yeah, you can hide in the marshes. Yeah, you'll be safe there. Yeah, you're under my protection. So they took them there. They thanked him for. This group of gypsies came. They camped in the marshes, the bogs, the bolata. Yeah, it's the safest place. But unfortunately, it was one of the coldest winters ever. Yeah. And they would have frozen to death, yeah. But, Sir William Sinclair understood that and said, look, you can live in my 2 towers, in my castle, yeah. So he took them in, they lived in the 2 towers, they survived, yeah. And he's always under their protection. After they were very grateful to him that he'd saved their lives. So every year they put on a performance of Robin Hood. Because, you know, Robin Hood, he was a very good thief. Yeah, he stole from the rich to the poor. And the gypsies liked Robin Hood. And they even called the two towers where they got sanctuary, Robin and Little John. They were the two towers. Now, this chapel exists. Now it's a ruin, but I think there's a hotel there. You know, it's a Racine Chapel. It's near that place where another chapel, Racine, where the Holy Grail's supposed to be there. In Scotland they say the Holy Grail was there, but well, that's another story. I don't care for that very much. Yeah, I don't know much about that, but I do know this. So, that's the story. We've a dark history, but you know, there's always some good person who comes in. We'd hope anyway. This guy was lucky, a lucky guy. Yeah, it's a true story. I didn't make it up, of course. I got from Jess Smith, the person who's one of the most famous Scottish storytellers. So that's me.
Thank you. I wonder, Стивен, а насколько, мне просто интересно, насколько популярен реально Робин Гуд, истории про Робин Гуда в Шотландии, в Англии? То есть это какой-то национальный герой? Или мало о нем рассказывают?
Это Англия, но все люди Шотландии любят Робин Гуд. Все люди, но, конечно, у нас есть разные Робин Гуд. Это Роб Рой. Это один человек. Есть много людей,
Но в целом это
наверное, много Робин Гуд.
То есть в Шотландии свои варианты, и именно про них чаще рассказывают, да? Не про Робина из Локсли.
Мы слушали...
У них же есть национальные герои, которые просто англичан говорят.
Ну вот Роб Роя Стивен упомянул как раз.
Вы знаете историю про Робин Худ? Как они написали Робин Худ? Это во время Среднего века, это был очень жестокий, это вот такой. Но есть другой вариант. Вариант, который мы знаем, это как Робин Худ, это nice boy, hero friend. Очень добрый человек, он любит бедных, но тогда это был как Робин Худ, он был жестокий, он арестовал человека, вот один солдат, он мучил его очень медленно, это как мучить. Cut off the head, отрезать голову, put in a stake, and then slowly chops it. There's a big poem, story about this.
Это как с братьями Гримм получается, да?
Точно. Вот я читал об этом, это был как шок, есть сейчас есть humanistic, been humanized, да.
В основном Робин Гуд дошел до нас через баллады народные, да?
Вот баллад, точно. Вот я имею в виду баллад. Можно читать баллады.
И вот сейчас эти баллады пользуются популярностью, старые баллады о Робин Гуде? Или как бы уже все?
Я думаю, не очень популярно.
Наверное, вот ответ на твой вопрос.
Не очень.
О, привет! Да.
А вот еще вот там есть место, смотри. Просто кружочек пока на Стивене.
Я прервал, простите. Не, мы обсуждаем сейчас.
Хочешь раньше рассказать или позже?
Если ты туда сядешь, ты будешь следующим. Возможно.
Ну, может, не следующим, но близко к следующему.
Да.
Мне скорее в этом смысле интересно, как бы у них Робин Гуд это фигура национального героя или, какой-то там Робин Гуд.
Смотри, если, Стивен, позволите, значит, Робин Гуд – это герой саксонского крестьянства, который в то время, в которое он действовал, боролся против нормандской знати. То есть власть, знать нормандская из французской Нормандии, значит, говорит по-французски, она чужда местному старому дворянству, которое англосаксы, и, естественно, всему крестьянству, которое бриттосаксы. И Робин Гуд был вот носителем и защитником тех старых, соответственно, англосаксонской культуры, англосаксонского народа, который был угнетаем новой, франко-нормандской знатью. Поэтому как раз он пользуется, заметьте, во-первых, это чисто английская история, с одной стороны. Она роднит, как Стивен рассказывает, с теми же самыми шотландскими вариантами Робинов Гудов, которые тоже, заметьте, они защищают типа шотландцев от типа англичан. И тут есть общее, да. Но Робин Гуд это именно английский герой, который в этом смысле чужд всем кельтам, потому что, будучи англосаксом, для него кельты такой же покоренный народ, который тоже подлежит скорее уничтожению, чем братанию. It's true.
No, yeah, it's one variant, other films. So films, которые можно смотреть, да? Errol Friend, Robin Hood, два люди, да? Normans, yeah? Это бады, yeah? Как наши Saxon friends, you know, you have this Errol Friend type of thing. So you have that, no, каждый Robin Hood, да? Это они переписать, да? Есть разные варианты. Вот, например, Робин Худ, Холливуд, Эррол Флинн. А я смотрел такой американский фильм. Это интересно, это до войны. Они сделали такой фильм. Есть лес, форест, они попали в лес, и есть огромные очереди, бедные люди. И есть суп kitchen. Они дают суп. Это был такой фильм, это во время depression, the Great Depression. Да. Было ужасное время в Америке, много людей потеряли работу, много бедных людей. Я подумал, это Робин Худ. Это похоже на 20 век, когда был Великий Депрессия, да, после Уолл-стрит крах. So, конечно, люди, которые написали Робин Худ, иногда они был, даже они был черный список. Они выгнали, это Джозеф Маккартни, они выгнали. Вот это. So, каждый имеет право на Робин Худ.
Своего Робин Гуда?
Да. Иногда
His own Робин Гуд.
Робин Худ как бандит.
Ну, короче, да, это архетипическая вполне себе такая фигура.
Да, видишь,
То есть архетип определить.
изначально архетип, он защищает простой народ от знати. И в Средневековье есть своя фишка. Во многих регионах Европы, Западной Европы, знать и простой народ – это разные народы. Прям вот во Франции это галло-романцы, а простой народ, а знать франки – германские народности, понимаешь? То есть они даже на разных языках говорят. Вот там так. И вот каждый раз получается, что когда человек защищает простой народ от знати, он защищает свой народ.
Ну да. Ага. Окей, давайте исторический курс на этом завершим. К нам пришел Володя.